sorry, Your Honor. Sorry, girl. I did get a little bit lost. I thought that this case was going to be in courtroom B, and then I was sitting in there for like 10 minutes waiting for my client to get brought out, only to realize that it was an entirely different case in there. But then I did sit down and start watching the case for a little bit because it is so messy and juicy over there, let me tell you. Yeah, and then I did excuse myself because I'm a proper professional, and then it took me a second to figure out that we were actually in courtroom D and not courtroom B. But I'm here now, okay? I'm ready to work, Your Honor. I'm ready. I'm super excited too. I'm super excited to be here. I'm a little bit stressed out because I do have quite a few cases right now. I do have quite a few cases right now. I'm a little bit stressed out, but I'm very excited to be here nonetheless. Okay. Let me just give me 1 second. So sorry for wasting everyone's time here. And may I just say, Your Honor, you're looking real beautiful. You're looking real gorgeous, stunning, amazing. Oh, well, you're looking real handsome. Okay. Give me 1 second. This is the case where sorry, Your Honor. I've got quite a few court cases right now. The work of a public defender is never easy. Just give me one second, Your Honor. This is courtroom D, courtroom D. This is the case here. I see this is the case where the defendant ran over the elderly woman and threw her about. Is that correct? Did you do that? Right. I do remember reading this file and thinking, what is that? I see here, Your Honor. I do see here. Okay. I know that I have been quite late today, Your Honor. I am aware of the fact that I am quite late today, Your Honor, and I do value your time. Your time is very valuable, and I do apologize for that. But would it be possible to get just a couple minutes, minuscule minutes, really, in the grand scheme of things, with my client to just go over a couple of things before we get started with this case? If you would be ever so generous, Your Honor, I would greatly appreciate it. Perfect. Thank you so much, Your Honor. What? It says in the file that you ran over an elderly lady. Did you actually did that? Why? She was a Karen. How? Why? What would warrant you running her over with your car? Because she said some words. So your next course of action was to run her over with your car. Did we get you mentally evaluated? Is that something that we did? Let me look at it. Did we do that? We didn't do that. We should have. We definitely should have. No, I'm on your side for sure. Totally, I'm your defender, and I'm totally with you. I'm just having a hard time understanding why you would do such a thing. I don't know about you. Okay, well, did you want to get on the stand, or were you pleading the fifth? You're getting on the stand? Of course you are. Alright, well, I'll do what I gotta do. I guess it's my job, but running over the elderly, really? Whatever. Alright, Your Honor, thank you so much for your graciousness and your generosity. You get it. I really do appreciate it. And again, I'm so sorry for wasting your time and the court's time, the jury. Y'all all look amazing. By the way, did I tell you were, please slow down. You're going to kill someone. That's what she said. That sent you over the edge. That's the words that she used. That sent you over the edge. Okay. And what exactly proceeded to happen after she said those unkind words, according to my client? You drove off, and then you noticed in your peripheral or your rearview mirrors that she fell from her walk, and that she is trying to pin it on you. Okay, all right, thank you. That'll be all for my client. Yes, Mrs. Elderberry. Whenever you're ready, we can have you on the stand. Oh, no cross-examination, right? Okay, perfect, Mrs. Elderberry. Whenever you're ready, you can have a seat. Mrs. Elderberry, how are you doing today? That is good. You look lovely. I am so sorry to hear about your hip. Yeah, this is my job. I have no choice but to defend it, by the way. But I'm glad that you're doing really well today. I'm glad that your hip is healing nicely. Now, you're the defendant and you're just recounting of the incident. Is there any way that you can give me your recounting of the incident? I know it might be hard for you, but please just try your best, Mrs. Elderberry. You were going for your daily walk, okay? And the defendant was speeding on the road, okay? And so you asked him to politely slow down because he was going to kill someone, okay? And what proceeded to happen after that, Mrs. Elderberry? He swerved his wheel into you and hit you with his car and knocked out your hip. Okay. Okay, I see. I see there. I see. And are you sure that that's what happened, Mrs. Elderberry? You are. How old are you, Mrs. Elderberry? 75. Okay, you are 75. Is your eyesight great? Is your eyesight 20/20? Your eyes are not that good. Okay, so are you 100% sure that you were on the side of the road, or were you in the middle of the road? Can you even tell me what the side of the road looks like? Do you even know? Oh, there's video footage from a neighborhood ring camera. Okay, well then, why don't we take a look at that? That was submitted into evidence to the judge, I'm assuming. Cool. Okay, well, why don't we take a look at that ring footage? Let's see what we've got here. There's Mrs. Elderberry. There's my client driving up. He slows down next to Mrs. Elderberry. It appears that she then exchanges her words with him, and then, oh, there goes his car right into her hip. Okay. Thank you, Judge. That was very enlightening. Thank you, Mrs. Elderberry. I think that's all the questions I have for you today. Yes, you may have a seat. Yeah, I think I'm ready to give my closing statement to the jury. Yes. Jurors of this court, may I just start off by saying that all of you look absolutely fantastic. Juror number 3, I love that top green is your color. No, of course, I'm getting there. I'm getting to the point. we also have to ask ourselves if the victim is really a reliable source, because let's be honest, she's pretty old. Does she have the capacity to be able to recount the events in the most honest way? One does not know. And we also just have to be very careful about not judging. Okay, my client might be scum of the earth, her trash, absolute dog shit, horrible human being, but who are we to judge? You know? I think that's all I have for all of the jurors. And remember, you all look amazing. Remember that. That's all. I rest my case. Thank you. Yeah. You guys, I'm sorry this video is a little short. I'm having to stop filming every couple of minutes because they are doing some like yard work or something. They're always doing something here. It's fantastic. And there's also some kids playing outside that are being a little bit loud. So overall, it's a lot of background noise. So I'm trying to spare all of you. So sorry this video is a little